Merlin, Zell, Pan's Shadow, Mahiri. I think Zell's really strong, and I think Merlin is really strong. I think Merlin is a lot stronger than it used to be, and I think Zell is a lot stronger than it used to be. So they're both pretty decent. I don't think I can really go too wrong with either of them. Let me get a rough idea of my stats on Zell. I mean, I have been doing better with Zell lately, but I think I'm going to take Merlin for this tournament. Because I do feel that Merlin is probably better in this instance. Trophy Hunter, another Sadrak, Horde Dragon, of course. You'll see one in basically every lobby, I suspect. I don't mind the Shrink, but it really... I really don't love these units, so I think I'm just going to take this and then do nothing. I do appreciate the raid, Teal Baron. Hope your games have been going well for you. These are a little bit better. I would want to get stats on them if we could, but it's not really much of an option, so I'm just going to grab the Happy Little Tree. I'm going to probably Shrink and then grab the Happy Little Tree. So we can start getting some scaling on it. Okay, so I don't mind the mice, but I think that there's better units that we can find. I think we buy these and then free roll, and we see if we can maybe pick up something a little better. I do like the Mim quite a bit. It works very well with what we've already got. I don't think that I prioritize the Poly. I think I put it on these two. We roll again. I will take the Happy Little Tree pair. Getting a lot of health on the Happy Little Tree is nice, especially as Merlin. So I think this is okay. We're not necessarily sold on this Poly being useful, but it's okay for right now. It missed the buff, but if it gets a Slay, it does. If it doesn't, that's also fine. Okay, that's fine. They get another Slay here. Nothing I can do about that. It's already quite large. Sort of out of the gate. We'll take the Happy Little Tree, and I think I'm just going to roll. I actually don't mind the Flourish here. That's great. That's really great. Let's lock for this Creeper. The Poly is... maybe this is the only time that we can really trigger it. I suspect is the case, and I do think that we need the Happy Little Tree in this slot just to get the attack for now. It only has 3 attacks, so... yeah, it looks like BBD and Brad Nelson are here. I'll take this mostly just for the tree. Looks like we do get our Poly Slay, which is really nice. Now was kind of the turn where we were going to be able to do it if we were at all. Hopefully the Black Cat attacks this. That's actually really good for us. Because then we actually get the Slay here, and I think we win this combat as well. That's a huge combat round. Really good. They do have a locked chest, though, so that's kind of scary. Not really entirely sold on this Hippocampus being good, but it's fine for right now. I'm going to take the Creeper, and we're just going to roll. I don't really want the Brave Princess here. Let's roll again to see if I can find a spell we can actually cast. Unfortunate. I really need to cast a spell this turn, or we're going to be in a pretty bad way. Let's roll then. Earthquake is great. That's fine. So we'll take Earthquake. Beans are okay. Needle Nose is okay. I think it's maybe just either Secret Stash or Skip. Skip could give us Poly, which gives us a little bit of health on this. I think we just Secret Stash. And then we rearrange these a little bit. Like this is fine. Yeah, he ran away. He's in the other room. Get a little bit of attack here. We get an extra gold, which is nice. These combats have been very good for us so far. We really need to kill this donkey with the hippocampus, which we did. So that's awesome. That's a very good combat for us. I don't love Romeo. I don't love these. We're going to roll. This is a pair. Not a very exciting pair, however. It does buff our hippocampus. We're going to take it for that, and then we'll roll. Whatever that was for, I do appreciate it. I don't actually see the notification. I'll have to look at it in a second here. Oh, Innervator. I appreciate that. Okay, so we probably don't need to replace the Wicked Witch for the cut purse here. I think we can just roll. Mix-a-Whizzle's pretty good. We could get a 5 for a turn, or we could just upgrade the Cindy for a round. We'll just upgrade the Cindy for a round. That's a pretty good one. Let's go ahead and roll. Good Kidnap. I actually think the Kidnap is really good here. Hey, appreciate the sub. They have an upgraded Greedy, which is a fucking problem. What? That is unreal. Holy shit, dude. I guess we just get fucked on. Take 10? Like, literally these two have just high-rolled up their ass, I guess. I thought we were in a good spot, and we just, like, get fucking destroyed here. I don't really know how we're beating an 8-19 in that spot, but... Did they have a treasure? Yeah, they had plus 3/3 in the back. Jesus, okay. Alright, let's roll. We're not really necessarily spells. We do have the Merlin, which is nice if we pick up something like a book, but we're more in the world of trees. So I think Medusa might be interesting. I think I'm just going to roll for now. We could take the Nutcracker. I think it is a little bit better than the Happy Little Tree for right now. Sporko is interesting, but I think we need to find something a little stronger if we can. Doesn't look like we did. There's the Heartwood Elder. Okay, so how do we grab the Heartwood Elder here? We can sell one. We can probably run this dragon. We can do 2, 3, and then just grab it, and then just not cast a spell this turn. I think that's fine. So we got 1 hit on this, which is nice. 2 hits. That's a pretty good step in the right direction. It looks pretty likely that this is going to slay, which is not ideal. Looks like it's slayed on that. And we are going to get fucked up pretty badly by our weak-ass back row. Sorry, our weak-ass front row, because this core was just going to kill us. God damn it. Okay. Going to the next round. Let's buy this chicken. We're not really invested in this hippocampus at all, but it's what we've got for right now. I hate this. I hate this. This is like absolutely gotta go. We could grab a monster book. Gives us permanent scaling. I think we need to roll. Creeper's decent. We may just have to pick up the monster book now. It's probably this. I think we get rid of the baby dragon and run the book. I think it's a little bit more useful. Not incredibly so, but it is certainly a bit more useful. And I think I'm supposed to cast this Toil and Trouble as well. I don't even necessarily hate this over the hippocampus, but for now I think we just have to keep it in our hand. This hippocampus is a little too large for us to get rid of just yet. Okay, so he slays with that, it does that, and Earthquake. This is great for us. So we do get to trigger a Nutcracker. Our opponent is basically the same as us, except bigger, so we're going to take damage here. They're literally us, but with full treasures. I don't know. I just, like, really don't know. Our opponents are just the same as us, but bigger in every way, it seems. So we get one treasure, which is from the Nutcracker, which is nice, but we're very, very far behind here. This is our Heartwood Elder. Let's get rid of the hippocampus then. So we have Fork or Moonsong Horn as our options. Horn gives us +1/+1 to our board. Fork is a better treasure. We have this problem where we're basically dead, and I don't know if we have enough to live if I take Fork. So I actually think that I have to take Moonsong Horn here. Even if I don't love it. Not really sure that it matters, but I do think that I have to take it. We might just die here. Actually fine. Earthquake doesn't really do anything there. They get to kill 2 units for free with it, and then the ranged isn't quite enough. Okay. I do think the horn was nice there. It allowed the creeper to trade up or trade even. So the Sad Drac basically was undefeated and then just literally lost every fight. So I don't know how strong that they are in this spot. Here's a Shoulder Fairy, which is really nice. I don't know if it's big enough. This actually helps a ton. It's a 36, like 10, but then it's going to get an additional 2 attack. Maybe we cut the monster book. Let's grab the Falling Stars. I'm going to ignore the monster book for now and see if we can triple the Happy Little Tree. Because that would certainly be a way of giving us a much stronger board. Alright, doesn't seem like we're going to be able to find the Happy Little Tree, so this is basically the strongest that we've got. There is an argument for putting Monster Book in over the other Happy Little Tree, maybe. That might make us a little bit stronger. I think this gives us a better chance of actually winning the lobby. Yeah, the spells would have been really nice to minimize this Court Wizard nonsense. Because we're going to get fucked on by these for a lot of damage. We actually are getting a lot of creeper scaling though, so that's nice. Okay, so I believe that we kill them, so we're at least not getting 7th. Okay, so here's Shrivel. Shrivel is usually a very good spell, so I'm just going to cast it, and then I'm going to roll. I'm looking for more Shoulder Fairies. I would like to triple this Creeper if possible, and this Happy Little Tree. Creeper triple is insane here, because it, like, triples the attack on the Shoulder Fairies. I honestly even think it's just Power Orb, because I think that adds enough stats that it's worthwhile. Could even run the Medusa. There's definitely a world where the Medusa is really useful here. In the back. Could put it here over the book. No, I don't think I do. It was worth considering, but I don't think it's good enough in this spot. That was a great fireball. Holy shit. Fireball into Lightning Bolt to kill all the Court Wizards. That's huge. I literally just counterfeited their entire back row. Yeah, the Monster Book plus the Deck of Many Things is absolutely the right call there. We don't really need another Heartwood Elder. I think we're rolling to look for the Shoulder Fairies. Even going up on EXP probably isn't worth it. There's like many other things that we can find that I think are more useful here. We could tick up the Nutcracker. This has a lot of extra stats on it, and there's plenty of 5s that I think are more useful. That one's pretty good, I guess. I'd say that one's on the list of a little bit more useful. I had to make a list of things that were more useful than what I had. It's probably on that list. Now we really need this Happy Little Tree. Can we play down? It gives us an extra, like, shit ton of stats, so I think it's worth it. We're probably not taking any of these, so let's just skip. We're not really buying any of this, and I don't really want to lock for healing potions, so let's just roll. I don't mind all these healing potions, but I don't really want to lock for them. Maybe it's okay to lock for this one, so we can pick up a Medusa or an apple. So they have Black Prism. Can we, like, kill one of these in the back before we have to go into combat? We're going to probably lose this Court Wizard here then. That's unfortunate. Depends on if we can kill the Court Wizard before we kill the Romeos. I don't know how big the Juliets are going to be. Yikes, that sucks. That sucks too. We tie. Okay, we'll take a tie. I'll take a tie there every day. Alright, we need to be a bit stronger here. I thought we were strong, but we're, like, pretty desperate for, like, an Ashwood. I mean, the Shoulder Fairies is an additional, like, 90 health. So many stats. I don't know how big the Jack's Giant is. This might not be good enough. I don't know if we can Doom Roll, though. This is just such a good hit. Like, the only thing that's better is an Echo Wood, probably. I can't not do it. It's too good. It's way too good here. If I lose, I lose, and I'm fine with it. But I think that this is probably good enough. It's very strong. Even playing a unit down. It's so many extra stats. I can't imagine, unless we get shriveled, I guess. Which we did. We literally got shriveled out of, like, this whole lobby, potentially. So might have enough stats anyway, but man, that shrivel was miserable. Jesus. Alright. I mean, that was the risk, right? Because this doesn't have enough health to survive on its own. So we're against BBD. We're going to need a bigger board here if we're going to even have any shot at beating them here. So we're going to have to pig. I don't think Cupid is going to be good enough, but we might just have to settle for Cupid. Like, we can do something like this and then make it so that they don't have really the ability to slay beyond their normal casts. And then just grab Cupid. I think we'll try it. I don't love it, though. I really hate this. Because, like, my assumption by now, if its Trophy Hunter is still at 23... Like, Trophy Hunter hasn't lost a fight since turn 6 in this spot. So, I don't know. We deck plus Pigo might have a chance of scamming it in this spot. Like, honestly, maybe even we're supposed to have the monster book in front just so we can attack first, but I think we just have to scam and hope that that's strong. Because they're going to be huge if they actually get to go off. That's pretty decent, because we get to kill, or they kill their own scaling. Wait, this is it? I mean, this is pretty big. I guess there's a lot of spells we can still easily lose here. Is that upgraded and it's slayed? That's rough. Okay, so our back row is all dead. I don't think that we have the ability to kill them in this spot at all. We managed to sort of deal with their back row there, but I don't think that that's going to be enough later. We need to get this creeper out of here. So let's roll and see if we can find something a little bit better. Ashwood would be nice. Here's an Ashwood. This would go to a 5. This would go to a 6, I guess. I don't think it matters too much here. Just a lordy. Storm King is a little too small. I don't think we're going to need Storm King at all. We could honestly sell these two for the Burning Palm. Or we could sell and get the Heartwood Elder to just, like, scale our trees more. Like, we need more health, basically. So that would be a way of getting additional health. Kind of fine with it. Okay, I even want this, maybe. Because this is, like, gives this dude more health, which I think is important. Without the Tiger ability, which it didn't have anyway. So, yeah, we kind of need more attack. So, We're not going to die here. It depends on the outcome of this fight. The Jax Giant really didn't have enough spells, I think, to beat how big our Shoulder Fairies are, unless they shrivel us again. Which they could. Looks like they didn't, so we're back on against BBD here. So let's roll and see if we can find a spell. So this is like a 70, 111, which is pretty nice. Not as good as an Echo would, but I don't think we can be that picky. Still need a combat spell if we can find one. Shrivel will do... We can Shrivel the Book or the Baba, and both of those would be pretty nice. So let's cast it. We can maybe dump this as well. We're probably going to rearrange it something like this. No, something like this, right? And then this is our risky unit to get slayed. They have a 38 health in the front, but I do think we need to still scale it. So we're going to cast the Shrivel and we're going to roll. We could also Shrivel the Grimsoul and then it can't slay, which would be another way of getting around the multi-triggers. We'll have to see. We have a chance at winning with this board. Looks like they upgraded the Baba. That's not great for us. I guess we lose. We did Pigmorph, but we Pigmorphed something that didn't matter. They have an upgraded Good Boy and got to go off, so I guess we die. Are we dead for real? Yeah, we're dead for real. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do against that. Like, their upgrade between the 2 rounds was massive, so... They had, what, 2 shops, and they found an upgraded Good Boy in between those 2 shops? Was it an upgraded Good Boy with stats as well? It was a 1913, so it was an upgraded Good Boy with stats on it in 2 rounds. I don't know how we're going to beat that. I guess we'll take second. I don't know. I like the amount of increase that they had in that round is pretty massive, so I'm not sure what I could have done there. Like, Shrivel hitting the Good Boy wasn't enough. Shrivel literally did nothing on that board. Every single one of their units was bigger than what Shrivel could deal with. So it had to be Pig in that spot. There's nothing else that we could have done. Like, if we attack first and kill the Good Boy, I think we're okay. But we also didn't, that didn't happen either, so. Alright. I guess we'll take our third. We'll be at 11 points, so we need 11 more points in the next 2 rounds, and then 11 after that as well. So we need another... No, it's 36 points. Wow, we're so fucking far behind from that 6th. Well, we need another 25 points over the next 4 rounds, which is very doable. So, we can't quite get... we can't quite get a 4th average, so we need to top 4, but we need to get at least a 3rd out of one of them, I believe. Because that's 20 points. No, wait, 4 times 6. Yeah, so we need at least 1/3, and then the rest can be 4ths or better to be able to make it. So, all right. Well, we'll be in the next round shortly here, I imagine. I'm gonna go ahead and be right back until then.